I haven't done an MRE review in a long time, and believe it or not, I totally forgot I had even bought this MRE. So we're going to open it up and give it a go. So it's one man, 24 hours, main pack, meal 5, non-spicy, halal, Japanese noodle with chicken frank, and mushroom basil rice, and sweet pumpkin with barley and nata. We'll figure out what all that means. Let's open it up and see what's inside. And don't mind the noise. I've got the kettle on for some tea. We're going to have some Lady Grey tea with this. And of course, the washing machine is going in the background. This is not a studio. This is my kitchen. So we did get the number 5, and that's it right there. It does have instructions on the back of how to cook it, but I'm assuming that they must come with some kind of meal kit because we really don't have any of this stuff. And what's interesting is it did not come with any accessory kits, just with the 3 meals. So, no, yeah, that's it, just the 3 meals. Whoever sold this to me must have sent me this too, knowing that I really didn't have any way of heating it. Not really impressed with any of these flameless heaters, but we're going to toss all 3 of these into this one flameless heater and see if it works. I mean, worst that'll happen is I'll end up taking out a pot, boiling some water, and put it on the stove and heating them up that way. But you can see it's pretty, pretty basic, this 24-hour, one for breakfast, one for lunch, one for dinner. So it's pretty basic. So the flameless, it's pretty easy to use. Just open it, fill it to the fill line, put your food in it, and that's got a little piece of tape that can help hold it shut. So like I said, we're going to push it by putting all 3 in it, so we'll give it a go. I was able to get all 3 of them in there. Pretty amazing. Well, let's see if I can get this done without burning my fingers. So I put the water in it, and I'm not sure if I put too much in it or what happened, but it is very clearly not doing anything at all. So give it a few more minutes. If it doesn't, I'll get out the old pot, put it on the stove, get the water heated, and get these things in there. Looks like we're ready to make the tea. There we go. All right, so we'll call this Ration heater a bust because it's absolutely not doing anything. And I've got the water started on the stove. And again, my stove does look pretty old, but you know what? Until it breaks, I'm not replacing it. It's fine. I stand corrected. I went to put the MRE in the water, and much to my surprise, it was hot. It just didn't swell up like I'm used to them swelling up. So I'm going to leave them in here and let them keep going for about another 5, maybe 10 minutes to see if it heats them up. I had to put this on because I ruined the tape. It wouldn't go back on it, but that really is very warm in there, and I'm just now starting to feel it. So it took a little bit of time to get up there, but man, that water feels like it's boiling hot, like it could give you one heck of a good burn. Okay, so I stand from being unimpressed by this Ration heater to being genuinely impressed by it. The other thing we're going to do, and this is not with the MRE, but hopefully it'll make the MRE taste better because the MRE really didn't come with anything else, is this bread I got from the Italian restaurant near me when I did takeout. But instead of having it with a meal, I have a tendency to save these, put a little butter on them, and grill them. And it actually comes out really, really good. There you go. Looks like the grill is finally ready. So let's butter this guy up. There you go. Put the bread on it. Not bad. And for some reason, it really does taste better here than in the toaster. Not exactly sure why, but it does. Okay, while my toast is toasting, what I have noticed with this is one side of this is really, really hot. while the other side is very, very cold. So I think having 3 in there was not a good idea. I'm going to pull 2 of them out and stick them in there and leave 1 in here with this. It's my complaints with these meals is oftentimes the same thing, is that you got 3 meals that are intended to be eaten 3 different times a day, yet you only put 1 ration heater in it. Maybe you should put 3. So the 1 is in there and the other 2 are in here. I think that should do it. And of course the toast is there. The meals have been heating for some time, so we're going to start out with the noodle with chicken and see how it tastes. So it really did heat up well on the stove, and sniffing it, my first impressions of it are not very positive. I can definitely smell the shelf stable stuff in it, the chemicals that make it shelf stable. But it looks like it has a few things in it. It looks like it has corn. Supposedly, if it says chicken, there must be some chicken in there. But that's basically what it looks like. And it really doesn't smell that appetizing. Okay, so out of the package, you can see the different things, the sausages and all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a sausage, grab a little bit of noodles, and it is pretty hot. So look at that. Okay, in this particular case, the smell is definitely deceiving. The taste is actually very good. I can taste the soy sauce. I can taste the it looks like chicken sausages. There's a savoriness to it and a bit of sweetness too, surprisingly. It really is very, very good. Like I said, smell-wise, I cannot say I was impressed at all with the smell. Taste-wise, yes, it is very good. That's my first impression of it. So let's get a little more. There's another sausage out there. Let's harpoon that puppy. There you go. Look at that. Oh, I harpooned too. Don't want to be too greedy. Oh, let's knock one off. Boop, boop. Get off. Ooh, hot. Okay. This is one that I would say, if you can get it hot, it's going to be good. But the cooler it gets, the more of those shelf-stable chemicals you're going to taste. So you're going to want to eat it pretty quick. One more thing about this is I was actually able to get some of the corn. The corn is not overdone and mushy. It's actually has a little bit of flavor to it, not much, but it still has a little bit of crunch to it, which is actually quite pleasant to find. So yeah, this is pretty good. The next one we're going to try is the sweet pumpkin with barley and nata. Not exactly sure what that is, but we'll find out. So this is what it looks like out of the container, so you can get a really good look at it. And like I said, it definitely smells of pumpkin. And you see all those different things in there. Let's try whatever that is. That's probably the nata. And you can see the grains. If that's nata, it has almost no flavor. It is very, very, very sweet. It's almost like you really can't taste anything in it because it is so sweet. I wonder if this is meant to be eaten cold. But I would imagine if you're in a cold environment and you would have this, you would love this because it really isn't bad. It's almost like it's a dessert. It's almost sweet enough to be a dessert, but it's not bad. I just got Ruth's bowl back, and obviously she thought it was good. She didn't think it was spectacular, but she thought it was good. And last but not least is the one that heated up in the ration heater. So we'll see how this guy did. So this is the mushroom rice chicken, and it really didn't heat up as hot as you would think. And like the other, it does not smell promising. I can definitely smell the chemicals. But let's pour it out and taste it. Here's what it looks like outside of the container. And again, the ration heater did not get it terribly hot. But let's take a taste of it. Some chicken there. And they obviously didn't use white chicken, they used the dark meat. So if you're not into dark meat, you're probably not going to be into this. Oh, this got brought back with a you can keep it, so obviously that was a no-go. But here you go, this is the dark meat. And actually, I'm one of those weirdos who prefers dark meat over white meat because I think dark meat actually has taste, whereas white meat, not so much. So this wouldn't make me unhappy at all. It's not nearly as good as the noodles because I honestly think because it's not as hot as the noodles. It's still a little bit on the cool side, and you can definitely taste the chemicals more. The rice is a little mushy. The chicken, even for dark meat, isn't really adding too much flavor to it. It's very salty. And it leaves a really funky aftertaste in the mouth that the noodles didn't, and neither did the pumpkin. So, I'll give some to Ruth, but I really don't see this going over well with her either. Maybe I'll just give her the rest of my noodles. So I decided to go back to this and give this another go and see what I could do with it. I stuck it in the microwave for 20 seconds to see maybe if the problem is that it, cold, it just doesn't taste good. You can just taste way too much of the chemicals. So here it is. No. Even warm, it's not good. So I guess it's time for my final review of this ration. And this was the Field Ration 1 Man 24 Hours Main Pack Menu 5 Non-Spicy Halal. Javanese noodle with chicken frank, mushroom basil rice, and sweet pumpkin and barley and nata. And I think that white stuff was the nata. So overall, I would rate this worth trying to just try something new. This was really good. I'd rate this an 8 or a 9. It was good. This was way too sweet, and the white chunks in it, which I think were nata, but I'm not 100% sure, simply was not good. I'd rate this a 3, maybe a 4. And this also not good. Way too much chemically taste to it, way too unpleasant. I mean, putting the dark meat in it to me was a fantastic idea because, like I said, I do favor the dark meat, which I believe has a lot of taste, but somehow you managed to take the taste out of even the dark meat. So I would rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being Aldi's knockoff and 10 being Mama Leone's Kitchen. I'd rate this a 2 or a 3. This doesn't even rate good enough to be an Aldi's knockoff. Overall, I would rate the whole entire thing a 5. And what saves it is this. And also the fact that the ration heater actually did a halfway decent job of heating up the food. So yeah, this one doesn't do very well. Some of it was very good, some of it was not good at all. That's my rating. If you stayed to the end and watched to the end, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.